Ask me a thing.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New England Patriots.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out, their quarterback from the University of Nevada, it's Colin Kaepernick.
A lot of defensive coordinators are up late the night before they take on Colin Kaepernick because they know he's not an easy man to scheme against. He can beat you with the big arm, taking shots downfield, also beat you with his legs, either off of designed runs or in the passing game by improvising and taking off.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And once more for Hilton, and this time complete. Ball's out, fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native, Oregon Duck product. Of course, that's Marcus Mariota.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
From the gun, they run with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down, Kaepernick. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Anthony Jennings in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Patriots take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trent Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Anthony Jennings picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Colts, nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Kaepernick. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
A loss of 2 yards.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down, Michel. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The tackle made.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. Mack gets hit and the ball is free.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And it won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 27. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they can't corral him. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. And they get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run the man. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He's already put it on the ground once in this 1st half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Are going to have a 1st and goal. There's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. at their own 30-yard line.
Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. Yeah, the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Made by Rock Ya-Sin. A gain of 10 brings up third and inches.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4. It's now second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
On the ground, Michel. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
So if he's been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Let's see now what Colin Kaepernick has been up to so far in this game. And I guess the question... The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen off it. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Kaepernick to throw on second down. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
This time they stay on the ground, and they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. New England trying to get a place on offense. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try to put points on the board.
And out of bounds is all the way down at the 3. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there.
But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Touchdown.
Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score.
Lining up for the
Marcus Mariota in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. Because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Going for 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
It's 21, Colts 7.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go right back to Mack. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. They go play action. Mariota. And this is caught at the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Touchdown of the afternoon, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. He's got got Jack Doyle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, was able to make the sure catch, and flip the down marker back to 1.
He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Kaepernick to throw again. And he's got his man Hilton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick again. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They begin with Michel on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On play action, Mariota. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there for the Patriots. 32 yards.
32. First down, Patriots.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. On 1st down, Michel. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Justin Houston on the stop. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Michel. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Down, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have loved neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Kaepernick down to throw. And pressure gets to him again. Chad Thomas bringing the power on the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
The toss incompleted to Pittman.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
But this one's going to wind up incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd down, Michel. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further. As they get him down well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. So the Colts now down by 2 touchdowns. At time, a huge factor. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Mack. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
The tackle made at his own 5-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
the penalty, Michel.
And the Patriots are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
On second and goal, here's the option.
Quick throw out wide from Mariota. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third and goal, they're going to run the option.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
15 yards on the play, first down. He dumps this off to Mack.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Second and a yard.
He completes this one to Mack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And